Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin, and if you're new here, this is a channel dedicated to breaking stereotypes and building wealth. I make weekly videos where I allocate my funding for that period of time, whether that is my flex income, which is my supplementary income that I've made over the week, or my regular paycheck, which I get every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. So this is my non-paycheck week. And so this is just going to be our Flex Friday video where I assign to my budget the money that I have available from all of the supplementary jobs or streams of income that I have. So if you're new, that includes weekly plasma donations. I donate plasma twice a week. And on the rare occasion, I will drive for Uber. However, Uber is not as lucrative as it used to be years ago, certainly prior to COVID. And so I tend to not drive for Uber as much as I used to. Also, I have a truck, and so it's also a new truck. I've only had it a couple years, and it was a brand new vehicle with 300 miles when I got it. So I don't want to put a ton of miles on my vehicle either and kind of drop what the vehicle is worth sooner than it needs to be. So with that, I'm going to shrink myself to the corner and figure out what I want to do with this $100. But before I do that, I am excited. This means that I'm getting more and more experience in YNAB, but I now have, since my last video, I now have a age of money calculation. I don't have the buffer yet. I'm not sure what, I'm not entirely sure when that will show up or even what that means. But I now have age of money calculation. So let's see if we can grow that number from 10 to closer to 30 days. Okay, so between my last video and today, I've made a couple purchases. Today, actually, this afternoon before starting this video, I did my grocery pickup. So that I budgeted 150. I've already put the transaction, actually I put the transaction in last night when I kind of set up the pickup order. But when I went to pick it up, they told me that it was going to be a little cheaper than what I put the transaction in for. So instead of $141.29, it'll be about $138, which is awesome because now I'll have about $10 extra, give or take, in that fund if I need anything between now and next month. So yeah, that I might manually change that. I might let it automatically change. I haven't decided. I also spent my YNAB money. So I purchased my subscription about a week early. I'm already committed to YNAB. I'm committed to doing the full year subscription up next year. So since I set that money aside with my paycheck that I got paid the other day, I just went ahead and set up that payment. And I also paid my vehicle registration, which I also funded fully using my last paycheck this Wednesday. So I try to use this flex income for non-regular bills, like non-monthly bills, savings goals, or paying off debt, or sinking funds, like long-term stuff, essentially non-regular and long-term stuff. So I don't usually use this money for my regular monthly bills unless I need to fill a gap that I am not able to pay with my regular bill, which sometimes happens, but it's rare. But I do have a non-monthly line item here that I need to take care of that I couldn't take care of with my full paycheck this past Wednesday. So I'm going to use $18.42 to put my rent insurance on track. So now I have all of my non-monthly bills on track or fully spent, which is perfect. I'm still on the fence about what to do with this insurance increase. I'd like to set some money aside every month or every paycheck, or occasionally, to kind of lessen the blow of monthly payment increases. Every 6 months, it seems like my car insurance increases a little bit or a lot of bit sometimes. And so I'd like to be prepared for when that happens, but I'm not quite ready to do that. So I'm going to leave that alone for now. So I have 8158. The only things I can think of are that I'd like to use this money for is building back up my discretionary account. So I have $1.80 in there. I actually just recently spent $30 on movie tickets. My friend and I are going to go this weekend to go see Wicked. And so I'm paying for our tickets this time. And then in a couple weeks, when the Lion King movie comes out, we're going to go see that. And they are going to pay for that trip. So I'm going to consider putting money in my discretionary fund. I also want to put a little bit of money aside for Christmas for my dog. I have been unable the last couple of years to really splurge and spoil him on anything other than like his regular food. But I think I am in a really good position now to where I can put some money aside for a Christmas gift for him. So I might consider doing that. And then I also have vehicle maintenance coming up in a couple weeks. So on the 20th of December, my vehicle is going to be going in for its 15,000 mile service. They said that should cost about $130 or minus tax, or not including tax. And so I'm estimating out the door maybe 150. I think for the most part, I can cover most of that cost with my next paycheck that I get on the 18th. So 2 days before I take it in for servicing. So I'm not really focused on wanting to put all of this in that fund yet, but let's do this. I think I'm going to do, I definitely want to prioritize my dog this year. So I'm going to put $25 in. I think I can get him a nice bone or like a nice bag of treats or something with that. And then I want to put more money in my discretionary because I kind of depleted it. I'm going to put $25 of this in there. That'll give me $26.80. I also have this $25 that's in my city account, which if you watched my last video, you know that I took that money from my discretionary account to fund the city account. And now that they don't have the hold on it anymore, which they have for the last week or so, I can now move that back into discretionary. So what that will do is it will give me $50 in discretionary, which I think is a good amount to do whatever I'd like to with that. So that means I'm going to, really the only other thing I have is my vehicle maintenance. So I'm going to go ahead and start funding that. That way I don't have to use all of it out of my regular paycheck. I'll put about $31 in there to kind of start that up. And yeah, so that basically ends the allocation of the funds that I have available. So I'm going to transfer this $25 from my Citibank into my discretionary account, which I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And actually, I'm not going to do the full 25 because I need to keep a little bit in there so that they don't close it for being a zero balance. I'm going to put $24.99. I usually keep a penny in an account And I'm going to move this, I'm going to move this now into discretionary. And then I will actually physically move that money when I'm done recording this. So yeah, like I said, that'll give me a little over $50. I'm happy with that. I might put another 25 in when I get paid next paycheck. So yeah, that basically ends this video. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, turn that notification bell on. That way you get notified when I drop videos. I do videos every week, every Friday, doing just what I did, allocating my flex income. And then every other Friday, I do a video, or I'm sorry, every other Wednesday, I do a video where I do this same thing, but I allocate my regular paycheck, which is a lot more than $100. So I will see you in the next video.